Hey, what's up? We should be recording now. What's up? I am the Nerdy Entrepreneur. This is our channel. It's been a very long time since I posted anything on this channel. I used to just use this mainly for like hosting videos when I would do consults or I was explaining something. And I was like, okay, it's on, I put it on YouTube so you guys can watch it. So we're going to change the direction of how this is going to go. There apparently is some challenge of posting to YouTube for 30 days straight. I don't know if I want to do that challenge. I do want to post more consistently to YouTube because I do write in other mediums like Twitter, which you can find me at LB Twice on Twitter, or find me Nights of G on Facebook or Twitch, where I do stream. So depending on what you want, you can get it. But anyway, I am the nerd. My name is Lauren. I am the Nerdy Entrepreneur. And I'm actually going to talk a bit about what I'm doing now. One of the sort of businesses I am working on now is my cleaning business. So I've been going through a whole lot of process. And actually, this is kind of a restart of the cleaning business because I first launched it in Houston. And for me, that didn't work out well. There were things I just didn't know. Like, you set up your LLC, you do all that good paperwork stuff. But there were a bunch of stuff that I didn't know, unfortunately. And I was making money. I was getting cleans, I was making money. I was struggling on a labor aspect. And it wasn't that I didn't have applications. It was just struggling to make sure people showed up to the appointments to actually do the work. And so that got really, really frustrating. So I was like, you know what, let me pause on this for a second and let me rethink something because there's something that I can do better. Maybe I need to take this in a different direction. Maybe I need to focus on a different niche within cleaning, something. So I wanted to take out some time to kind of figure that out. Besides, during that time, I was doing a lot of traveling for my other business. So I was doing a lot of business travel and stuff like that. And that took up the other aspects. I decided to focus on, let me do the things I need to do for this other business that's producing revenue and rethink what I'm doing wrong on this one. And so this is kind of like a restart of this business. So I launched in a new city, same business, new city, already am in the process currently of hiring people and giving this another swing at the bat. Because I know it could be successful, because technically I was successful in Houston, but there were just, I couldn't get the labor to do what I need them to do, because, people have more options, right? You can just get hired for a job, fill out all the paperwork, and not show up. And it's fine. It's just what it's just what it is. I don't really make so much of a complaint about those things because I've worked shitty jobs before, though I showed up for my shitty jobs, but, people are different, and they do what they wish. And so my thing is, okay, if this is not working, do I need to pay more in this market? What do I need to do? How much is ad spend? Can I keep up with the cost of ad spend that I need to survive in this market? Or is it better for me to go to a market where I can still get talent? I can get folks to clean and hire them. And because there's not a crap ton of opportunities in their city or small town, I'm more likely to get people to show up, And so I'm testing that theory out to see, where I'm going to land. I don't know where I'm going to land, but I hope I land in a more positive space. Everything's looking that way. But it's been interesting. I've been testing this out. A little bit nervous, as always. You never know what the hell's going to happen. But I've learned from the mistakes of the past in terms of how I did things, having better processes in place. In the first place, I did not have certain processes in place, nor a better blueprint of how that should go. So I just didn't know. Like, I didn't know particularly what I didn't know, and it wasn't as spelled out. So I invested some money in some things and I've been going through it. I was like, oh, okay, this is why I screwed up royally with. And so I'm just learning from the lessons, because that's what life is about, right? Trying something, it not working out for whatever reason for you, pausing. It's like, you know what, let's look at this piece by piece and see what can we do to improve and fix it. And that's what this is all about, improving and fixing. So we're in a different town, much better ad spend cost, getting some labor in right now. So I hope that this time around, I will like the trajectory of this venture, because technically I was actually making money in Houston. I just had the issue. My biggest issue really was labor, because it got to the point where I was getting people finding me because of SEO stuff I did. And people booking appointments even when I wasn't actively looking or advertising. So it was working. I just couldn't get the labor to cooperate the way I needed it to. And I didn't understand really how to manage that type of labor in our situation. So like, you know, the constant communication in that certain way. And I had to relearn that, because I used to be a manager of quite a few people. And, you know, when you don't use those skills after a while, they can atrophy a little bit. So, you know, get back in the swing of things, understanding where I went wrong and putting things in place to at least secure as much as I can possibly has been a learning lesson, you know, and understanding human nature and understanding where people are and where you would like to be and what you have to do to convince people to take that ride along with you. Because I mean, as a cleaning business owner, like, I'm building this for my dream. I'm not building this for their dream, right? And so, you know, you got to understand that when you are hiring folks, especially when you're hiring folks who are considered low-level work, like cleaning houses or cleaning windows, you know, that's considered low-level work. And I know what it's like to be a low-level worker, because I have been a low-level worker. And oftentimes, you know, I see people get into these businesses and they've never had those types of jobs where they've had to clean or they had to stock or be customer service somewhere. And so they don't understand the mindset that comes in when you work in environments that don't give a damn about you. It's about, I'm doing this grunt work, I'm getting my money so I can pay my rent and barely make ends meet, right? I don't care about your grand vision and brand and crap. It means nothing to me, right? My paycheck means something, you know, me getting screwed out of money means something, being mistreated means more. And I've noticed that people who start these kinds of businesses who have not had even a taste of that type of background of being in that position really get extremely frustrated when folks do folks things, right? They get mad when people don't show up after they've hired them to clean and stuff. You know, they get upset when things aren't done, you know, the way they think they should be done. And absolutely you should, especially if you promise something to someone else that it will be done correctly and it isn't. You should be upset and annoyed by that. But also having an ounce of understanding and an iron fist about it makes a difference, you know. And those are things that I have had to learn and I'm still learning more about, you know, as I've been in those positions, having dealt with other managers, having been a manager myself, and now very much still a manager, having a little bit of understanding and maybe a little bit of grace about certain things, but still ruling with an iron fist about things. Because at the end of the day, when you're investing your money into something, trying to build it, like for me, this cleaning business, it has a purpose. You know, one, I want to see if I can do it. Two, you know, potentially in 3 years, if my grandnephew doesn't screw up, I might assist in his higher educational endeavors. I might help pay for that. If he doesn't, you know, become an idiot, you know, screw up and do dumb things, right? Because you don't reward bad behavior like that, especially when you're the one working very hard for it, you know, for that money. And so I have a nice little challenge, little time frame challenge. So it's good for me. But You know, I'm not building this business to hire cleaners so that they can live out their wildest fantasies and their wildest dreams. No, it's about what I want. But I need people to get to that point. So that means caring about what that other individual that you need in your business to do. You need someone to answer the phones. You need somebody to go clean a house. You need somebody to mow a lawn. You know, if you need any of those things, you got to learn how to deal with people. You got to learn how to talk to people. You got to learn how to treat people. You got to learn how to find ways of holding people accountable and making certain decisions. And sometimes making those decisions and the way you have to express things might make you seem cold and callous. But when the thing you're building is your thing, you know, sometimes you got to come off a little cold and callous in order to get kind of the results that you're looking for. So it's all a building process, all a learning process for anyone jumping into entrepreneurship, especially if your business endeavor involves people needing to work for you on a consistent basis in order for you to get to the point that you want to get to. Learning how to deal with people, learning how to manage people, learning how to talk to people, learning how to persuade people is going to be important things that you are going to have to learn if you want to do this business thing. And oftentimes people sell you the dream of this business thing minus the people. But if you can't get people to part with their money, you're not going to have a business. Like, you know, if a business is not making money, you don't have a business. If you can't get the people to stop and look and pay attention to you for a second, for you to say whatever your message is, whether it's, you know, you clean their house, you cook their food, you'll sell them new sunglasses or something. You know, you gotta be able to communicate somewhat decently, persuade, and treat people the way that they want to be treated. You know, all these things, these skill sets, a lot of them are soft skill sets, are necessary. So going through it again our second time around, doing this thing for to get this cleaning company up and running on a more consistent level again. You know, getting those cleans in, you know, getting the cleaners onboarded and hired and working so I can pay them, and, you know, doing that. This is going to be an interesting journey, and I hope to take you with me a little bit on this YouTube channel. So please, if you like what I'm saying, if you're interested in seeing how this process is taking place, please subscribe. Click that button, that usually red button, and subscribe, and click the little bell so that you'll get notifications for when I post new videos. So hit the subscribe button and ding that bell so you'll know the next time I post a video. Until next time, this is Lauren, the Nerdy Entrepreneur. All love and peace. Deuces.